Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always high as when our Lord say this. L-Deez, also known Lawrence One, for another episode of I Need to Know with my special guest. Introduce yourself, G.
Just bang, you know, baby, big 2-8, the biggest 8, you know what it is. Yeah. We gonna come have fun today.
For sure. Hey, I like to ask all my guests this, right? How did you get your name?
Man, I got my name really from changing my name, like, cause that wasn't my first name, like, as far as like rapping wise.
Yeah.
Like I originally got my name Bang from my mama. Like my name was Bang from my mama because she said I used to bang on hella shit when I was young and shit. My cousin Willie that passed away, they was giving me hella nicknames in the hood.
Yeah.
And I was all type of nicknames. So he asked my mama one day, like, man, what's his name that y'all call him? He like, Bang. He ended up running down the stairs and calling me from the playground, like, Bang, come outside. Everybody like, who is that? And they like, I come outside. They like, oh, Bang. Everybody start calling me that.
That's dope.
So I ended up changing my name because originally my first rap name was Beta Bang, like Beta Weeda.
Yeah.
So that's how I changed my shit from Beta Bang to just Bang.
Okay, every now and then, do you throw Beta Bang in there if it rhymed?
Sometimes, like, sometimes, but it's me like transitioning from that, like starting a new like journey or some shit. So like I don't tell people don't call me that based off some people like been knowing me for a long time since I first started rapping. So some people might see me in the streets and be like, Beta, what's up? Like, yeah. Some people still call me that. So it'd be like I can't run from that. So
yeah.
So
it's all love.
Sometimes I might say that shit in the song, like, you feel me? Sometimes I might throw the Beta in there.
Yeah. You know what? I gotta ask you this question way off the subject. You know what I'm saying? Say like you was a Muslim and you changed your name to Hakeem, right? And all your new people call you Hakeem, and there's always one person that want to call you your government. You mean Lawrence? Is that disrespectful?
Nah, it ain't disrespectful, but it's like that's like watching the movie. That's like watching Ali or something. The Muhammad Ali story. Yeah. He start telling everybody, man, my name Cassius Clay. Like, you know what I mean? Or the Malcolm X movie. Yeah. He start telling everybody he missed the X and shit like that. Like, it ain't disrespectful to me based off me knowing the motherfuckers that know me. Like, if you know me, like, I'm going to expect you to call me Beta. I'm going to expect you to call me Bang. You know what I mean? But, like, for the people that just start knowing me, I expect them to call me Just Bang. Like, that's why I changed my name to Just Bang. Like, stop calling me Beta. As far as, like, you don't know me to be calling me that. That's like somebody calling me my government name. Like, it's females that call me by my government name, and some of them call me that because they heard another female call me that. Yeah. So I'd be like, man, don't call me that. You can just call me Just Bang. Like,
I know that's right. You know what I'm saying, though? But a female, you know what I'm saying? They always, look. So I'll be hanging out with Mr. Fab sometime.
Right.
Or I'm L-Deez. That's my rap name.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I was at Mr. Fab's, and the girl, you mean Stanley? if they say, man, I'm with L-Deez, you mean Lawrence? Yeah. Because they always want to have that one-upness where they feel kind of like
they been knowing him. Like,
or I don't know him like that. Like, who is that? Yeah. Batman, I know Bruce. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know, Bruce.
Yeah. So so you from the Murder Dubs?
Yeah, I'm from the Murder Dubs. You know, that's like a section inside of Oakland, I guess. Like East Oakland, they gonna call it East Oakland, but like we say we from the Dubs. It's different from being from East Oakland. Like, you know, growing up back in the day, somebody be like, they about to go hit the East. They ain't about to say they about to go hit the Dubs. Like, you know what I mean? Like when they go drive around and see side shows and all that type of shit, they go to the East. You feel me? So I feel like East Oakland start High Street or some shit like that. Like,
wait. Really?
Yeah.
I always thought East Oakland started in Funktown.
Nah, East Oakland started in High Street. It just off the simple fact that, like, you got to think about how it's sectioned out or how it's put together. Like, Funktown down there is closer to Lakeshore. You get what I'm saying? Like, and Funktown is close to the Dubs. But once you leave from the Dubs, you get to the East. Like, by the time you get to High Street, they like this the deep.
So if somebody asks you where you from, would you If you went to McClymonds High, and they said, are you from the north, the west, or the east, would you say the east?
I'm going to say I'm from the Dubs. And they going to know the Dubs in East Oakland, but they going to understand, like, this nigga from the Dubs. Like,
I never heard that. This is blowing my motherfucking mind right now. I never heard nobody say that the Twomps or the Rolling 20s, because I'm old school. Yeah. wasn't the East.
No, it's not like it's saying that we don't fuck with the East, or I got family from the East, I got friends from the East. It's not like we trying to section ourselves off, but that's just what it is. Like, we section off.
When you said that, you just made me feel like I'm not racist. Some of my best friends are black.
I mean, that's how it is though. Because the Dubs so big, you can pit two of them. You can pit two parts of the East in the Dubs.
You are right about that though.
Like it's two spots of one spot. You know what I mean? Like if you go to the Dubs, it's a 2-8 at the top. Yep. But it's a 2-8 in Foothill, that's the bottoms.
Yep.
You feel me? Like it's so big you can pit the 80s in the Dubs.
Yep.
But then you can pit the 70s in there too.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it ain't two spots. They don't got two spots. Like you feel me? Like, and that's why it's like we from the Dubs.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like,
that was dope. I'm glad you broke that down. You know, I like to ask questions, so I'm gonna go around Oakland. I'm gonna be like this. Hey man, it's the Dubs in East Oakland. You know, see what the general consensus say.
They gonna say it's in Oakland. You know, I always had these type of conversations, and I be on live with some shit, and somebody be like, "Man, y'all still from the East," and we be like, "Technically, if that's how you gonna say it, but like, honestly, I'm from the Dubs." You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is.
How was it growing up out there?
As far as what, like in the 20s?
Yeah, like what was your childhood life like out there?
Just like any ordinary like childhood life, but like I ain't gonna lie, mine was rough. Like I stayed in housing authority. You know what I mean? Like I stayed on the spot. Like I was staying on 2-8 my whole life. Like I stayed originally before I moved to the Dubs. Well, I can't even say that because I stayed on 25th and Foothill at first when I was hella young before I even knew what a spot was. And then I moved to the village, 6-5 village, and then I moved back to the Dubs in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
So by the time I moved to the Dubs in the 3rd grade, it's like the 90s or something. So it's the whole spot popping, but my house is on the spot. So I see everything. Like just from my porch, I can see everything. But I didn't have it. It was rough like way growing up because in my household, I didn't have like 3 families staying in the 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
Like so. It had been like 15 people staying in one household, 3 different families in one household. Like I done seen murders, like all type of shit. Like my best friend Willie, that's on my chain right here. Like 2006, like was probably like one of the most historical years of my life growing up. As far as like I seen everything like happen. Like it was 5 people got shot, 2 died in 2006, January 26, 2006, and I witnessed it. I was only probably like 12, 13 at the time. He told me to go in the house and shit. We was in my house playing Madden and shit, getting high. I'm young. My mama, like, I can talk about it now, but like.
Yeah, come up a little closer.
I can talk about it now, but like shit. My mama used to let me smoke in the 6th grade and shit like that based on the simple fact I was already doing it. And she was like, if you're going to get high, you're going to do it in the house and with motherfuckers you know besides you going out there getting laced by somebody. You feel me? Like.
Yeah.
And she wasn't a fan of that based on the simple fact she ain't never did drugs herself. Like she smoked weed, you feel me? But like as far as like hard drugs and shit, she was never on that type of shit. You feel me? So like we was in the house, make a long story short, we was in the house playing games and all that type of shit. And she told him like, y'all gotta leave because he got school in the morning. And we all in there getting high, playing the game, laughing and talking. And he like, all right, I'm about to leave. So he left. I snuck back outside. And he told me, like, man, you got to go back in the house. There's hella shit going on. And one of our partners, one of our girl partners, her name Keisha, she actually got shot that day, too. And she told me, like, man, why y'all got this? She always used to check me. Like, man, why y'all got this little ass nigga outside? I used to lie about my age and shit.
Yeah.
She like, man, why you got this little ass? And y'all always got this little nigga outside. There's hella shit going on. You can fuck around and get hurt. Like, it's too much shit going on. You need to go in the house. And then Willie, that was the first time I actually heard him not smash on somebody about me. He like, you know what, you need to go in the house. You feel me? He like, activate text message to your phone, blase, blase. I'm like, all right. So I'm walking to the house, activating that shit on my phone. By the time I get to the stairs to turn around, he like, I love you, blood. Like, and usually, like, to all my partners, I don't care if you're going to the store or in the gym about to go to the water fountain, we'll tell a nigga, like, I love you. And that one night, I forgot to tell him I love him. Like, I was like, all right. I was like, he like, I love you, blood. I'm like, all right. I activated text message to my phone. When I turn around, when I turn back around to about to go in the house and wave, they start shooting. Like, I was only like 12, 13 at the time. I just seen all the shit.
Damn, that's crazy, man. I'm sorry that happened, bro.
Nah, it's cool. Like, that shit still bother a nigga every time the year come around. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, as far as, like, growing up, it helped me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was the first person I ever did a song with.
Yeah.
I was, like I said, I was probably, like, in the 5th grade when I did the song with him. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's like, that shit, the shit that I've been through, being in that hood, growing up in Oakland, like, it helped me be able to finish writing my story.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's kind of therapeutic to a nigga.
What are some of your good moments over there?
Everything else.
Yeah.
Just being raised around there, grew up around the OGs. Like, I didn't have OGs tell me. I didn't have the OG tell me, like, if I don't figure out what I'm going to do in 10 years, I'm going to be right here with them in 10 years, you feel me? But then I didn't have OGs, like, help me out, like, and tell me what I need to do and what I got to do to succeed in life, you feel me? Like, they always been a role model to me. Like I told them before camera start rolling, I ain't never had no, like, I know my daddy. My daddy stay in Oakland, but he ain't never stayed in the house with me. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, me being in the streets, I was kind of looking for a daddy, like, looking for a father figure. And they showed me the roads, the routes and what not to do. And shit, they didn't bump their heads, and I didn't bump my head trying to follow them. And some of them told me, like, which way to go. Like, some of them helped me in the process of the rap shit before I even really start rapping. Yeah. Like Ballhead, for example.
Yeah, shout out to Ballhead, man.
Ballhead. Like, he was the first one of the first people that really took me serious and told me, like, first person to take me to go to Berkeley, Copy World, get my flyers made. First flyers I ever had. Like, first person to take me there, got my shit made, and helped me take my shit serious. Like, even before even then, I wasn't really taking it serious. I was so wrapped up in the streets, but that was, like, something that helped me, like, stay focused on what I was going to do eventually.
So would you say that was music, you know what I'm saying, besides your family, your first love?
Yeah, music gonna always be my first love. Like, and just off the simple fact that's what I was doing. Like, even when I was playing basketball and all that type of shit, like, I always loved the music. I used to think I was gonna sing.
Yeah,
like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, growing up, like, my granny and them used to watch the Temptations and the 5 Heartbeats and shit like that. Like, I used to think I was one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I used to think I was a Temptation all my life. And I thought,
hey, you know what I'm about to say?
What?
See what a little supporter do.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like, listening to that shit Sundays and shit, like, growing up and shit, like, on Sundays and shit, my mom and them used to have all the doors open and all this smell like it's bleach and pine saw on that motherfucker. They playing hella old school music. So I'm kind of like an old soul. Like, I might not know the artist's name. You feel me? But when it come on, I'ma know it word from word type shit. You know what I mean? Like, and off of that, just growing up around it made me really, like, love that shit. Like, I didn't even know I was gonna be a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, growing up, my cousin them stayed in Richmond, and I used to catch the bus. My mom used to give us bus and BART money to go to Richmond. We used to just take $1, just use the $1, and catch the 72M, the 62, and the 72M all the way to Richmond.
Richmond is kind of off the hook.
Man, listen.
I've been to Disneyland more times than Richmond, and I'm from Oakland. You know what I'm saying?
That shit crazy. I used to rap. I used to battle my cousins and them. These niggas was like in high school. I was in elementary school and shit, and I used to not knowing what I was doing. I used to just battle them because I used to think. To me, I looked at it like we was capping on each other. You feel me? So, like, playing the dozen or some shit. You feel me? So I'm rapping against these niggas, and one time I said something crazy to the point my brothers and them was in the back, like, oh, like, made it seem like I won, like some A-Mal shit.
Yeah,
you feel me? So I'm like, hell no. I took it serious after that. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't even take it serious. I just was like, oh, this is what I'm about to do. Yeah. Like, I'm about to rap. You feel me? And that shit ended up playing out. That shit ended up playing out right for a nigga.
You know what? I wanted to ask one question real quick. How was it living in 6'5" Village though? Was it hella bad?
Hell yeah. Like it was bad to the motherfuckers. Mind you, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I ain't stayed there my whole life. You feel me? I stayed there from a certain amount of time to probably about the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But within that time period, in that amount of time, like I done seen some crazy shit. Like I stayed next door to some real niggas. Like you feel me? Like I don't want to say their names and no shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I done stayed there. Like I didn't look out my window. Numerous amount of times, and I done seen 6, 7 niggas out there loading up shit. I didn't hearing shit, and I look outside and I be seeing some shit. I remember one time, me and my brothers, it's probably like, kids, it's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning. Me and my brother in a room chilling, playing, jumping on the bed, doing kid shit. Next thing you know, we hear like 4, 5 gunshots. I'm like, man, what the fuck? We look outside. When we look outside, we see a nigga holding his stomach, like walking, and he ended up sitting on the bottom of the stairs like he was shot. But he stayed in them apartments, so he ended up like crawling up the stairs and some more shit. And next thing you know, like probably like 10, 15 minutes later, you see the ambulance come and grab him out the house. Like that shit was crazy. They had a park across the street right next to Havens Court.
Yeah.
And back in the day, they called it like Dead Man's Park. Just off the simple fact, like whatever them niggas did, that's what they, like after they was done, like they'd drop a nigga off in the park. Like, and they used to call that motherfucker like Dead Man Park. Like I used to see helicopters and shit like from my house. I used to see them helicopters and shit like flashing light, police grabbing motherfuckers out the little baseball thing. Like that shit used to be spooky. Like growing up, like,
you don't say.
That shit was crazy, man.
Yeah. So
I seen some shit.
So then you go back to the Dubs.
Yeah.
After that, you go back to the Dubs.
And I go back to the 20s.
The 20s.
The Dubs, the 20s, okay. 20, whatever you want to call it.
I wasn't going to say the East. I was going to say, you said that you played sports. Oh, let me give a shout out to the Train. You know what I'm saying? We give all respect to the Train. You know what I'm saying? Try to make that shit authentic. So you played sports?
Yeah, I played sports growing up. All type of sports, though. Like, it was a recreation center right there on our spot. So
Manzanita
Recreation Center.
Okay.
So it was like, growing up, like, we had all type of sports in there. Like, we played hockey on the basketball gym. They took us like out the week, probably like 2-3 days out the week. They'd take us golfing. We played flag football. We had a basketball team. You feel me? Like I done played all type of sports up there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, from t-ball to golf. Like I done played every sport. Like even growing up in high school, I tried playing sports.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Okay.
Played basketball. I tried playing basketball. I went to school when I went to Ohio, it was niggas that was really raw. Like I went to school when Damian Lillard was going there. Like,
yeah. So if y'all was going out for the same position, I'm sure you didn't get that.
Every bit of not getting that. Like them niggas, Dame was the type of dude that never went to lunch type shit. Like you know what I mean? Like his girlfriend probably would bring his lunch. Like he was like how you say like academic. Like he was all about school. Like he knew that he had to have his grades right to be eligible to play. Like, you feel me? Like them, you wasn't gonna make it. Like playing, they had a brother. They had 2 brothers that played, PJ and TJ. TJ was practicing with the varsity team. He was in like the 8th grade.
Yeah. So
when me and him was in damn there, I had flunked. I had got held back one year. So when I came there, I was there with some niggas that was younger than me. Like my age group like was already like in 11th grade or like they was in like 10th grade already. So I was a freshman. This nigga, he a freshman too, but he damn near practicing with the varsity team. You feel me? So like I tried the basketball shit, didn't work. I tried the football shit. I'm gonna tell you why the football shit ain't work, right?
Okay.
Football was not for me.
Okay.
I'm already damn near 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna work. I'm short already. I'm trying to play football. They trying to have a nigga doing running back or some shit like that. I'm like, okay, we can try this out. I'm trying it out. Practice is what fucked me over. I'm already tired. They try to have me go against we had to do like some type of drill to where I had to get hit or we had to hit each other type shit. Yeah. I got hit by a nigga that's playing my same position. The nigga hit me so hard. I'm like, I fell. I hit the ground. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this no more. Like,
yeah.
He hit me. I get back up. I try it out. I'm like, boom, I hit him. I got him back. 2 days later, we had a game, like in Santa Rosa or something. But mind you, these niggas supposed to be they supposed to be JV too. They supposed to be junior varsity too. I don't know what these white boys was eating.
Big corn-fed white boys.
It's just some it's some big ass white boys. Like they act like they from down south or something because they was big as shit. He hit me and I think they put me out there on some dummy shit because I got hit so hard. The next day I brought all my pass to study hall. I didn't go back. It was over with. I didn't ask the coach no question. He didn't ask me no question because he remembered how hard a nigga got hit. So I brung him my shit and it was over with after that. I gave him that. I'm about to go rap. That's what I'm about to go do because this ain't gonna work for me like at all. I got hit so hard. All I remember was the sky that night. Like, I got hit and I was just looking up like, damn, they had to blow the whistle like 2-3 times. Like get up. I'm like, I forgot I was playing. Nigga, nigga hit me so hard. I'm like, man, it's over with.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been there. I got hit by my partner one time so bad, and then he starts saying this: my neck, my back, my neck, and my back. Wasn't that on Friday or something?
Was on Friday.
Yeah, I was like, hey, man, what y'all talking about me? He's like, no, F.
Whole time they were talking about me.
So now your rap thing, what was the first song that you done?
Like I said, the first song I ever did was like 2005 or some shit like that. I did it with my cousin Willie that passed and my cousin Lil Sheekin. I did a song with them. We had walked to his house and did a song, but you know, that was just some hood shit, some shit on the laptop. We freestyling and shit. And I really never took it serious until like I say probably like 2010. 2010, I had a friend. I had an older partner named Max Payne from the hood. His brother, James, he was one of my best friends in Manzanita growing up. And he had moved to like Pittsburgh or some shit like that, and he was doing beats. By the time 2010, I'm wilding out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stealing laptops. I'm doing all weird type of shit. My brother Mike had told me they got a program on here, a software called GarageBand. He like my dad, his dad, Sean, RP Sean, he was making beats on that shit. And Mike like, you can rap on here too if you plug your earphones in. Plug my earphones in. I'm rapping. I'm doing hella shit. Go back to Max, his brother. He like, man, you gotta fuck with my brother. He like, I know y'all know him already. He come to the hood one day, give me a beat. I did a song called Hood Rich. We recorded like on a boat or some shit like that. Hella long ago. Recorded the shit on a boat. The hood I had everybody come out, all the young niggas that was around. Everybody was like, okay, fuck it with it. He making good music. 2014, I did a song called Nobody. And it was like a remix to like a Shaka Khan beat that Can't Nobody. I had did that. That song right there is what put the stamp on this nigga know how to rap. This nigga rapping, he here to stay type shit. Like, so that's when I really took it serious after I started seeing the feedback and the acknowledgement I was getting from people. I took that serious after that. Like, I think that was my, to this day, they gonna say that's my number one song. Like, I had a song after that called That's Light that I did probably like a couple years after that, probably like 2017 or some shit like that. I did a song called That's Light. That shit did numbers. Like, it did numbers. Everybody was fucking with it, but like, they no matter where I go perform at, they gonna expect to hear that Nobody. And I did that 2014. Some shit like that. Like, that was one of my hit songs or some shit.
Like, I like that. That's your go-to, right?
Yeah, that's my go. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be mad like when they be playing that shit. Like, cause I be like, damn, y'all still want to hear this? Like, I done did this already. Like, but I give it to them though, cause I know that's what they want to hear. And I ain't gonna lie, I love that song, cause that's one of the main songs that gave me my stamp. You feel me? So I'm gonna do that every time.
Yeah.
I don't care how old that motherfucker get.
I mean, you got to. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people come to see certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go to McDonald's, you get a Big Mac.
Yeah, you gonna get
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's other things that came, you know, like the fish fillet, you know, the double quarter pound with cheese. You know, they might throw a Mac Lawrence on the menu.
Yeah.
But you gonna get that Big Mac.
I'm every bit. I'm gonna fuck around, still ask for some Big Mac sauce. I might get a regular cheeseburger. I'm gonna put that Big Mac sauce on there, though. You know what I mean?
So, do you have an album out yet?
I got a couple albums out. I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple. I don't know if they want to call them albums, EPs, regular mixtapes, but I got hella shit. I got some shit called Wild TD. That's the Year of the Dubs. I got part 1 and 2.
Say that one with Wild TD.
YOTD.
Year of the Dubs.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the Year of the Dubs. I got Volume 1 out. Volume 2 just dropped October 29th. I was in jail when they dropped that. Matter of fact. I got Wild TD 1 and 2 out. I got mixtape called COVID 28. That's out. I just dropped 28 grams on my birthday. I got 28 grams 2 coming. I got The Response. That's about to drop February 4th. I'm working on Tammy Baby. And, Tammy, that's my mother.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm working on Tammy Baby, and I ain't thought of the other tape. Phil talk about name it the biggest 8 because I always say I'm the biggest 8. So he telling me to drop the biggest 8, do one like that. But like I got projects.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been in there working.
Yeah, I've been working. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I do. Like especially like when I'm with him or even when I'm by myself, I'm just writing. Like I had them send me beats. I had somebody send me some type of beats, like a beat package. I don't care if it's weak or not. I'm gonna do every beat. Like I need that catalog. You know what I mean? I need that. I need all that music. No matter what type of beat it is, I'm gonna do it. Like,
what is your process in creating?
Like how I write it?
Yeah, like okay, somebody send the beat. Do you sit on the beat? Do you write it? Do you sing a little hook? Do you come up with 4s and then use that? Take part of the, you know?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I sit on depending on the deadline I got for what I'm dropping. Like if I got a tape that's supposed to be dropping at a certain time, I'm gonna lock myself up in that room and just go crazy for a couple days straight. I might sit. I barely smoke like that. That should be making me paranoid.
Yeah.
But I hit the weed though to get my mind running.
Yeah.
And I write some shit, and then I probably sit it down for a minute, then I come right back to it.
You said you barely smoke, but you hit the weed though. Is them 2 different smokes, or that's weed smoke?
That's weed smoke.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I know, but I mean,
because you said this. Hey man, I barely smoke. That shit make me paranoid, but I hit the weed though. That made me feel like it was 2 different smokes.
Nah, see, I'm a smoke, right? But I'm like, motherfucker, they smoke for recreational use. You feel me? Like they gonna smoke outside. They gonna smoke around hella people. They gonna hit everybody blunt. I'm not doing that. I'm smoking by myself. I'm rolling my own weed. I'm hitting that motherfucker 2 or 3 times, and I'm loaded. I'm putting it out, and it's over with.
You know what's crazy? You're the type of person that they would recommend weed to. If everybody could smoke weed and drink like you, this world would be a better place.
Hell yeah, because listen, you gonna have that motherfucker for a minute fucking with me. Yeah. Because we ain't about to smoke like that.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'ma smoke. I might smoke and get paranoid right in front of you. Nigga be telling me calm down. I didn't smoke with my brother. I didn't smoke at my brother's house. I kid you not. I didn't smoke. I didn't hit the weed. We fresh from Vegas. We come back to his house. I ain't smoked the whole time. I'm fresh out of jail.
Yeah.
So I ain't smoked the whole 2 months I'm down. Then I come home and try to hit the weed. I hit the weed. I'm like Smokey and Debo Pigeon Coop. I'm scared to death. I'm sitting there talking to this nigga. I'm breathing regular. Like, I know I'm breathing regular. But when I start breathing, it felt like that shit was like, I'm like, cuz. He like, bro, don't start tripping, Craig. I'm like, bro. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. We're gonna have to turn. I forget what we was watching. I'm like, we're gonna have to change this. So I don't know if it's making me higher or what, but like, I can't smoke like that, like everybody else. I'm gonna smoke to eat. I'm gonna smoke to go to sleep, and I might smoke to write some music.
Yeah, that's cool.
Other than that, like, I'm not about to be outside smoking, throwing myself off. I gotta watch everybody in these cars. I don't even gotta watch these cars. They don't know me.
Yeah. But
I'm just gonna be on everything because I'm paranoid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like.
So
I ain't doing
and plus, you know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. You move. You signed the F.O.D, right?
Yeah, right.
So how did that happen? How did the gap get bridged to that? Talk about that.
It was like, to me, I felt like that shit was like destined to happen. Like, as far as like, I been Hidden Field, like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to see him doing hella shit for his niggas. Like, So I been hitting him like, man, I'm coming for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to tell him, like, I'm coming for my shit. Like, I'm coming for my chain. I'm coming for my watch. He, like, always told me, like, keep working. Just keep working. Like, I see you. Like, from him hitting me back, I'm like, okay, yeah, he really see me. You feel me? But, like, I had niggas from my hood as far as, like, Debo, Roscoe. Like, I had them already tapped in with him. They being family or they being friends for so long. They kept me in his ear as far as like, man, we gotta bring Bang on to the team. We gotta bring Bang home to the label. And me having the amount of music I already had or the amount of followers I had on my own, it was like, shit, I can work with him. Like he talk his shit on the track anyway, and I got a good work ethic. Like I can. When I went to Vegas, I dropped 2 mixtapes. Then like I already had when I came to him, I already had 2 mixtapes already done. You feel me? So when I went out there, we knocked out 28 grams that's out right now. We knocked that out in 2 days. Like, it's only 8 songs on that motherfucker, but we knocked that out in 2 days. We could have knocked it out in 1 day, but it was other people that had to rap too and do their shit
definitely.
too. So I'm not like, that's how I am. My work ethic, like I'm gonna work. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I go to the studio. If I'm booking 6 hours of studio time, I'm thinking of doing 2 songs every hour. So I'm trying to leave with 12 songs.
I know that's right.
But like, going back to the field shit though, like I basically got locked in through my partners that was already locked in, through my family that was already F.O.D. Like, they just was in his ear, and he looked at it as far as like, shit, I can work with the nigga. Like, he always told me and told other niggas, like, I don't got no ear for a singer. Like, you can't bring a singer to him and be like, oh, you gotta sign this nigga. Like, you gotta sign her. She sing or something. He gonna be like, I don't got no ear for no singer. I don't know what's a good singing song. You feel me? But he clearly had an ear for me. Like, this nigga know how to rap. Like, you feel me? So that's it. That's how that played out.
Okay. I want to know something, man. What is your superpower as a rapper? What do you feel like you could do hella good?
Rap. Like, I think my shit is like, I don't know. What's the nigga name from Mortal Kombat that could just change to anybody?
I forgot.
That's who I am though.
Oh, so you got plenty different styles.
I'm gonna rap on any beat. It's not a beat that you gonna give me that I'm gonna be like, that's weak. Even if it's weak or that's not my style, like, I'm gonna make it my style. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna rap on any beat. Like, and it's the difference between me and other motherfuckers. Like, nowadays, all these rappers, they try to go punch in. Some of these rappers, they not gonna write. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna write my ass off. I'm gonna think my ass off. I watch movies all day. I watch shows all day. Like, so I'm gonna know how to rap. I'm gonna know how to turn this song into a movie. You feel me? Like, so I'm gonna write my ass off. But if I go in the studio with a nigga that think he about to go out punch me, or you think you about to go in the studio and just, oh, I'm about to go punch. I'm about to go in here and punch. I'm gonna turn to Floyd. I'm gonna go punch your ass up. I'm gonna go to this motherfucker and do my thing. Like, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take my phone and put it on the table. And I'm gonna let you know I'm not gonna write.
Yeah.
You think you about to go outright me or out rap me? You're not about to do that.
You know what I'm about to say, right?
Come on.
I like
that. That's just what it is. Like, it's because, like, I didn't seen niggas, like, I didn't seen the Hot Boys do that shit. Like, I didn't seen, like, interviews that the Hot Boys had. My partners them even did that to me, like, come in there and tell me, like, you better do your shit because I'm about to do my shit. You feel me? And it's not like it's a friendly competition. It's like a friendly dice game or something. Like, they ain't telling you, like, oh, you weak as fuck. But they gonna tell you, like, you better come hard. Like, you rap good, you better rap good because I'm about to try to rap good. But no matter how good you rap, I'm gonna rap over your ass. It's Christmas time with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap your ass up.
Yeah, I like that.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. He brought me back, though. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the look in your eye where you talk about this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Jay Stalin. He'll say, man, it's like a bitch. Remember when he said that, Steve? When Jay Stalin talking about rapping, he said, man, I love this shit, man. It's like a bitch.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what go back to, like you said, like that's my first love. Like that rap shit, like, I ain't gonna lie, the first thing I ever liked it was, I liked the basketball. You feel me? Like, but I knew it took certain shit that you had to do. Like, you had to get damn near a scholarship. You damn near had to get drafted. You damn near had to do certain shit. Like, when I was growing up, school wasn't like something that I gave a fuck about. Yeah. Like, not even saying it like that. Like, they already taught me what I need to know. Like, I knew how to count. I knew how to read. What else I'm gonna need? in the streets.
You said school already did what? Taught you what?
What I need to know.
Yeah, that's the podcast, nigga. I need to know. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I need to know. But that's what they taught me, though. You feel me? They taught me how to read. They taught me how to write. Other than that, like, what they gonna give me? A piece of paper and I'll fuck around and end up working at McDonald's or something? Like,
well, you know what school is really for, though?
What?
School is really to teach you how to work.
Exactly.
The average shift is 9 to 5. School is 8:30 to 3:30. So they want to see if you could sit there, how you interact with other people, how you retain information, not necessarily information that you're going to use later on in life. But they want to see how you process information and that's why it's an academic score and a citizenship. Citizenship is, are you smart, but don't want to pay, but feel like you could disrupt the class because you feel like you know more than the teacher. Right. That's usually that motherfucker that's trying to take their boss job and show up late and trying to, you know what I'm saying? So it's a perfect formula if you just think about what it is, though.
That was really my problem going to school, because the time that I was going to school, it was popping. Like, you know what I mean? As far as like the age group or the timing, the year, like when I was going to school, it was like everybody thought going to school, wasn't nobody going to school really to learn nothing. That's right. Everybody was going to school for lunchtime, the off-campus lunch, or to go see the bitch there, or they trying to be the best dressed in the yearbook type shit. You
well, can I say one thing real quick?
What?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. So when I went to school, right, if a chick was, you know, giving up head, you know what I'm saying? It was to her boyfriend, and that was just like one nigga every like 3 years or something. Niggas didn't snort cocaine in high school.
Man, I didn't see the weirdest shit.
That was for grown-ups.
I didn't see niggas. We didn't have rallies at school. We didn't have rallies at school when these niggas, this what made me really say I'm not smoking with you niggas. Like, you feel me? Like, I didn't seen a nigga break down a pill and put it in they blunt. And we at school, and I'm like, nigga, that's a Grammy. Like, you might as well just smoke crack or something at this point. Like, nigga, what is you doing? I didn't see people at, like I said, rallies. And we at the assembly. I didn't see a bitch getting fucked in the back of the stage. Like, you feel me? So, like I said, when we was going to school, it was different. Like, back in the day, like when y'all was going to school, you had to go to school or your mom was going to beat your ass. Pretty much. You feel me? Same with me. I had to go to school or my mom was going to beat my ass. So I'm going to go to school for you. But, like, I'm going to do what I want to do there. I'm going to go to math. I'm going to go to English or writing and history. And after that, what I'm about to go to PE for, I'm not going to play basketball or football and get knocked down again. Like, what they going to try to, especially, like, in high school, they try to make a nigga run a mile, like, every day. Like, we didn't really have no fun time. They didn't have us doing no basketball games against each other. Like, we on the field. It's hot as fuck. Y'all want us to run 3 laps. That's a mile. But we got to do that shit under 18 minutes. Yeah. I might as well run from a cop. I'm going to get away faster than that. But I'm going to hit 2 fences and be at home.
You know what's crazy? I used to get kind of good grades in school, but not no D's and F's. Because I used to be a cap master. You know, like capping, like, saying shit like your mama don't read the King James Version Bible, that bitch read the Rick James Version. So I used to get good grades in school because I didn't want my mother to come up there, because back in the day she used to have a purple wig. And that motherfucker was like Mama's Family. You knew it wasn't her hair. And I didn't want nobody to see that shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing though. Like, I learned that shit in that's why by the time high school, I really didn't get in trouble. Like, I didn't really get in trouble. I ain't gonna lie, I dropped out of high school in like 10th grade. Yeah. But like, as far as like from the 5th grade to about like 8th grade, my mama wasn't no joke. Like, she was coming up to that school, like, or she was telling me, like, they was calling my mama phone every day, like, oh, Bang did this, Bang did that. It was to the point to where my teachers even didn't call me by my government name. They was like, Bang this or Bang that. And she'd tell me, like, give them the phone. I get the phone and they'd be like, I have a smile on my face, like, all right, mama, yeah, whatever. But the whole time she on the other end, like, I'm beating your ass when you come home, right? Yeah. Like, you getting a whooping. I used to be like, fuck. Like, so by the time I got to high school, I was kind of smart to not fuck up. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do my first few periods, and after lunch, I'm down there going home. Like, I got PE and I got some shit that I ain't about to learn, like Spanish. Like, all I know how to say is good morning and good night.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not about to take this. Like, we had hella burrito trucks in the hood. So I used to be like, damn, I wish I would have learned that shit. Like, it be times I go somewhere. It'll be times I go somewhere and they speaking Spanish around, nigga. We at the airport. We at somewhere we eating. And I walk in there and they'll say some shit. And I'll be like, man, I wonder if they talking about me.
Yeah.
They probably having a regular conversation amongst each other. And I just be like, I wish I would have stayed in school long enough to learn certain shit. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, because I was just going to ask you that in retrospect, was there anything that you wish that you actually would have done different with your high school career?
Oh, yeah. I wish I would have stayed in school.
Yeah.
Like, if I could have went back and with the same knowledge that I had, as far as like everything that I knew right now, if I can go back in time and change everything, I probably wouldn't change nothing but stay in school. Like, you feel me? Like,
did you miss the prom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed prom. I ain't never went to prom. None of that shit. Like, I done been asked to prom, even when I wasn't going to school, like, type shit. But I was so wrapped up in the streets, it was like, I'm not about to go spend this money on this suit or these shoes and do all this shit to go dance for a minute when I can go to a house party.
Yeah.
And we can go dance there, go to a little function or some shit. I see more people.
Did you say function?
Yeah, a little function. Yeah. That's what we used to call that shit. Like,
no, you didn't catch that. I heard you say function. You said we could go to a little party and, go to a function. I said function,
Oh, yeah,
like
function.
Yeah, like you was trying to.
That's what ended up happening afterwards, so I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, that's what we used to do. Like, we had my partner, Twaddle from 22nd, we used to call it the group home. His house, we used to call it a group home because a female really said that one day. We was at that motherfucker. We hella deep. It's hella niggas in there. It's probably like the same amount of bitches in there. She like, man, all you niggas do over here is come over here, smoke, eat, probably fuck somebody or something. This ain't shit but a group home.
It's always a chick roasted.
She like, y'all ain't
you was a fool for that, though.
Y'all ain't never at home. Like, y'all always over here. Like, this the group home. And that's what we used to do, though. We used to go to that. We used to go to hella functions and shit, and then go to hella party, and after the party, we used to bring everybody back to this nigga house and shit. Like,
yeah. So where do you see yourself, like, with your music, man?
As of what? Like, right now?
Like, do you think that eventually that you're gonna be a CEO like Filthy?
Yeah, eventually, I feel like I'm gonna be in my own position. Like, I got my own record label. I just ain't signed nobody or no shit like that. I got a record label called Delano Records. I had started like.
Delano?
Yeah, that's my middle name.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got my own record label. I just ain't signed nobody yet or nothing. Like, I didn't like been scouting or I didn't looked at some people. Like, it's some young niggas in my hood that like a little Ray John and shit like that. Like, we didn't talked about this shit. Like, I'm bringing them on to my shit, or female artists and shit, same like that. Like, I want to write for some people, like some females and shit like that. Like, so like as far as like being a CEO, a bigger CEO, I feel like one day I'm gonna be at that level because I already got my own shit. I just gotta push that. Like, but right now I gotta focus on myself to get myself in that position to be able to help somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, in order to help them, I gotta help myself first, though. You feel me? So,
what would you say Filthy Rich's best quality is as a CEO?
His mindset. Like, he'll do some shit that you won't even know. Like basically, like, for example, on my birthday, like, on my birthday, like, we had on my birthday, we had a video shoot, a photo shoot. The nigga gave me, like, a watch and hella other shit, but he never told me he was gonna do this. He planned all this shit out by himself. Like, you feel me? Like, and when it all came together, like, he like, come on, we about to go to the studio, bang, got a video shoot. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you ain't even tell me. Like, I do that shit every year on my birthday, though. Like, I either have a show or I either have a video shoot. And it's like, when he did that shit and told me that's what we was going to do, I'm like, all right, come on, fuck it, we going to do it. But when we get to that motherfucker, it was bigger than I expected. Like, I see everybody coming in. I'm like, he like somebody was doing something in the booth. And I don't know if they was fucking up or what, but he was like, just let Bango knock that shit out. He going to knock it out real quick. So I went in there and did the punch-in shit. I went in there, punched in real quick, knocked something out. When I came out, they got a cake on the table. They got hella shit going on. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, hell no. Like, but yeah, like, it go back to like that nigga mindset. Like, he be thinking about hella shit. Like, he'll be thinking about some shit while you thinking about some shit. Like, you feel me? And it's just like it play out like that. Like, the way he work, his work ethic. Like, he'll make you work as much as he work. If you don't already work as fast as him, he gonna make you work like that. Like, you feel me? Like, when I first came, like I said, when I first went out there to go fuck with him, I knocked out a mixtape in 2 days.
Yeah.
I knocked out a mixtape in 2 days. Within them 2 days, I shot like 2 videos.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I shot them in like 2-3 videos in like 2 days. We knocked out the tape in like 2 days. Had a photo shoot. Like all that was just off the dribble of him. Like, this what you got to do. Like, you got to work. Like, you feel me? Like, his mind is to be like, if you don't outwork yourself, you ain't gonna outwork him or nobody else. You feel me? Like, so you gotta put yourself in a position to win, but you also gotta put yourself in a position that gonna last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta put out enough shit to a motherfucker don't get tired of you, or you gotta. How I look at it, like you gotta irritate them, not him, but like you gotta irritate your fans. You gotta irritate the people that like you or don't like you. You feel me? Like, you gotta put out so much music that a motherfucker be like, man, what is he talking about? Like, he always saying some shit. Like, let me go hear what he's saying. Like, you feel me? Like, that's how I feel like he did. Like, he outworked a lot of niggas.
How do you deal with the politics? You know what I'm saying?
As far as what?
Like, Filthy is popping, you know what I'm saying? Do people not want to, like, make music with you just because you're associated with them, or do they gravitate towards you hard?
Nah, like, shit, if you ask me since I've been F.O.D, like, it been more people trying to work with me. Like, a lot of people ask me that as far as, like, a lot of people ask me that, like, is a lot of people, like, trying to put you in politics or try to put you or not fuck with you because you fuck with him, like, and truly, like, I feel like the F.O.D is like jokes up. It's like runts. It's like a run stamp. Like, everybody want to get that stamp. You feel me? So it's like everybody want to get a song with somebody that's F.O.D. If they can't get a song with Phil, they gonna try to get a song with me. They gonna try to get a song with Two the Bands. They gonna try to get a song with Lil Steve. They gonna try to work with somebody, Skinny T. They gonna try to work with somebody that's F.O.D. They want that stamp. Just like if you trying to buy some weed, like, okay, yeah, you might go buy some cookie, but you gonna want to go to Burner or something to get you want that stamp. You want to go to Jokes Up. You feel me? You want that stamp. Like, and the politics is different in the streets regardless. Like, you feel me? Like, cause it's street politics before it's rap politics. You know what I mean? Like, so it's motherfuckers that's not gonna like you or not want to do no music with you or not want to even listen to your music just off the simple fact that you fucking with somebody that they don't fuck with or they cousin don't fuck with, or it's all type of different gangs and different politics and all type of shit going on right now in the street. So it's like, I look at it like this, like, if you ain't never shot one of my partners or never harm one of my family members, it ain't no bloodshed like that. Like, I don't give a fuck what you bang. I don't give a fuck what you claim. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Your politics. Your politics is your politics. If you ain't harm none of my family, we gonna work. Like, no matter what you bang, no matter what you claim, because at the end of the day, it's a bigger bag out here. You feel me? And rather, if you strong enough or old enough or wise enough to put that stupid shit to the side, you can feed your family eventually. You feel me? Like, some people just got to think like that. If not, you're going to crash out.
You know what I'm about to say, right?
What?
I like that. For sure, man. And I was going to ask you, do you got any merch? You got clothes and stuff like that?
Not right now, not at the moment, but I'm working on it. Like, I got my own shit, like, as far as, like, my own pressing machine. I got to get one more part to it so that I can be able to cut the shit out myself. Like, it's 2 different machines that I just got the earn-on part. But I got to get the other part to help cut out the letters and all the other type of shit like that. But before I get that, eventually I'm going to probably go to somebody else to put the shit out for me, because I got some ideas. I don't want to say right now because I don't want nobody steal my shit.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, but I got
I wouldn't take them.
No, but I got some shit coming. I got some good merch coming. Like, I usually put out, like, every time I drop a tape or something, I usually put that mixtape cover on the shirt.
Okay.
And I end up selling the merch like that.
Yeah.
But lately,
that's smart.
I ain't did that lately. So, but I'm about to get back to that. So I'm about to have a lot of merch out. So.
Do you got a song with All Black yet?
I do. Matter of fact.
Shout out to All Black.
Yeah, shout out All Black. That's my nigga though. I talk to that.
And
nigga.
Offset.
I talk to them niggas every day. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but as far as like, I did a song with them, like, when I first got out of jail, probably like 2-3 years ago or some shit like that. I did a song with them. I went to the studio. They had all type of niggas in there, and we did a song, but right now I want to fight them niggas because that being was supposed to. They got me waiting right now on Sucker Standby for my shit.
Yeah.
I got a song these bitch ass niggas supposed to do. They ain't did my shit yet, so I be talking to them every day like we gotta fight. You got me waiting for some shit. I'm looking at your Instagram and you niggas in the studio. You dropping all these songs for these other niggas, and I ain't even got my shit yet. But like overall, like it's pure love. It's mandatory love. Like them my niggas though, but like we got some shit coming though.
Cool, man. Cool, man. I wish you the best, brother.
I appreciate it like a motherfucker, though.
And you can always come back. You know why?
Why?
Because I like that. For sure, man. Tell people where they can find you at.
Oh, man, you can find me on all platforms you looking for the music at. As far as the music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Shit, if you Instagram, Just Bang, Twitter, Just Bang. Shit, you can Google me if you want to. Just Bang, Be the Bang, nigga. The biggest 8, Big 28, the baby, Mr. Simbalak, Mr. Big Bib. I don't give a fuck what you look for. My name gonna pop up. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna pop up somewhere. Like, you can find me though.
I can't help it. You know what I want to say, right? I like that. For sure, man. Well, thanks for coming out, man.
I appreciate you, man. For sure.
Well, I'm L-Deez for another episode of I Need to Know, and as usual, come on, you know what I want.